Yo, yo, yo. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's going on, Paper Hands? What's going on, King Carnage? What is going on, David Q? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Kim. Speaking of King Carnage, we're on the King Carnage chart. As you guys can see, we still have that slowdown in effect, and we do have our first bearish candle, but we don't have any break of anything. So today we're going to mainly be focused on the break of this level here, the bottom of that zone, and then kind of working itself out of that candle as well, because we're kind of stuck inside of this candle. But if we can break this, which we already kind of are, that candle, but if we can break that level at the same time as well as push through the open and close of that day, then we should be clear for some downside action. If we get a push over 455.50s, not just going to be looking for a push over 455.50s in this day and this day, we're also going to be looking over 456.38 because that's that day's high, the candle that we're stuck inside of. So that's a couple of the game plans that we have in front of us. Wait, hold up one second. Sorry, my dog was like gonna kill somebody, I think. Let's see. Good morning, SF. Good morning, E. Good morning, Alexis. Good morning, Vanessa. Good morning, King Carnage. What's up, Mel? Welcome to the gang. I can't read that name correctly. My screen's actually glitching. Monclesi? Hopefully I'm saying that right. Welcome to the gang, Monclesi. I'll talk to you in a second, but everybody, the game plan again, kind of focused on that candle and the zone that we're stuck in. We do have our first bearish candlestick, so that's good, but that doesn't really get us out of anything. And this is what our chart will look like today. Let me fix it up a little bit. I always like to zoom in on the daily time frame so we can see everything. But this is our 5 minute, this is our 1 minute. These are the same exact chart. This is the one where we have all of our levels and zones and stuff. This is the same chart as that one, except this is the 15 minute and this is the daily. So we have all of our time frames set, looking to see if buyers hold this zone at open or not, because that's really what we're at right now. Let me actually open this one up a little bit more. There we go. So we can see what are we trying to hold. Good morning, Maddie. Good morning, Eric. Good morning, back from a long break. Oh, okay, so you've been here before. Welcome back, man. Glad to have you. Good morning, Caleb. Good morning, Vanessa. Good morning, Taylor. Sorry, I was like reading 3 names at once almost. Good morning, everybody. I'll give it a couple more minutes and then I'll go over the game plan again, just because I know not everybody tuned in right at the beginning. I don't expect everybody to. But basically, right at the open, we're looking to see, do buyers hold on to not just this zone that we see from the, I believe this is the Wednesday demand, or the 453.50s. So not just looking at one, but 2 areas to break for bears. If they hold, we can look for some base builds, some higher lows. So far, though, sellers are taking over from the open. We just don't have a break of anything significant. You can see that not just on this chart, but if you look over to my right as well, whoops, this one. You can see we're holding 453.60 still, so could be very, very questionable here in a second. Just typing in Discord saying watch for drops if we lose 453.60s and 453.50s. So you're looking for both of those levels to break, not just one. Very nice post in the post charts channel. If you guys go check that out in the Discord channel, I was just reading through some of those right now. I see a couple on SPY and triple Qs. I see people updating their game plans from previous days and adding on to it. Kind of just continuing the story of what's possibly happening. Really nice post in here. I'm serious about it too. Like, if you go to that post chart channel, look at this one. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is a good example. I like using Taylor as an example for the post chart channel, because it shows the story being told. Like, oh, let's go over some stuff on this time frame and this time frame, and then you can. And look, the username did it too. I think I saw Zeke do it too. Look, username did it where he posts and then he has kind of an add-on post behind it. Zeke did it right here as well. Zeke has a good post where he goes over some stuff and then he later adds on to it because there's more being told. There's more information being provided now. And that's what we're seeing here. Like, look right here. This sentence right here is perfect. Price looks like it's going to be opening under prior day demand, which is a great sign of that bearish retest mentioned in the daily TA from yesterday. So, kind of knowing what they talked about beforehand, seeing more things happen on the chart, more information being provided, and now they're able to go off of more information. So now they're not just aware of the current movement, they're aware of all of the movement now. They can tell the story of the chart without really making anything up. It's not that they're in tune and that you're going to see them be biased and only grab puts or only grab calls. They'll probably do all kinds of things, you know, but it just depends on what happens though. So if they know, oh, we were ranging the past couple days and then we broke and retested it today. If we don't get back over this, we're probably dumping. And that's bam, that's a good, simple, clean game plan. It's good to go. Don't need to think about it too hard. But that's an amazing thing that I want to see more of you guys doing. I see a few people here do it. You saw Taylor, username, and Zeke all doing it. But there's tons of other people I still see not doing it. And you don't have to do it openly. I don't care if you're not doing it to look cool. I get it. You know, whatever. You want to chill, you want to relax, sit in the shadows. I get it. That's fine. But do it for yourself. Do it for yourself in your DMs or something. Do it somewhere. But do it to where you can, like I showed you, post the story of the chart as it goes on, as you get more information. But that is how you get a little bit better with intuition. For anybody here who wants to get better with their intuition of what they think price may do. And it's not really good to act off of those thoughts. Like, oh, I think it's going to go up, I'm going to get in. Like, no, you should probably get something to happen and then you can get in. Right? Have a parameter set that pushes you in. That, like an absolute rule. Every time this happens, you do this. Every time this happens, you do this. But I wanted to go over that because I thought the post chart channel was a little bit underrated. There's a lot of amazing people in the chat that post in there every day. So I wanted to go over that. Coin is at 124. Jesus. Sorry, I was just clicking through these because some of these kind of surprised me a little bit. But we have the bonds opening a little bit lower. Dollar moved a little bit lower. They're reaching the next area of demand. If you look over at this chart, let me open this up a little bit more. We recharted this recently, just kind of give people a little bit of a brief look at what's possible for short-term levels. And they did get a good bounce here initially after they rejected down lower from here. But that was very, very short-term, and they've already gone down to the bottom of this again. If you see the dollar lose, what is this level? 102.936. You see this level lose, most likely seeing bulls peck back up on the SPY chart. So if you see this lose, look for SPY bulls to show up. And if they don't, then we overall do just have sector rotation going on, and that's okay. You're just going to have to get over that fact, which is great. Sector rotation is a great thing. It's just not really the easiest thing to follow for a lot of scalp traders and day traders in here because a lot of you guys are looking at tech stocks. Just because the market's moving doesn't mean tech's moving. So this is why it's a great important thing, like I've been showing you guys with Daffy's posts, with some of my sector posts, is you got to look at other stuff. You got to look around. If not, you don't want to change, that's fine. Limit yourself to what you know. That's totally fine. No one's going to sit here and bully you into making yourself go trade something you don't want to trade. It's totally fine. Just don't sit here also and complain like, oh, why is this not moving? Like, understand that sector rotation's happening. Understand the market is trying to range trade and kind of find its balance and find where does it want to go. At what tempo as well, because you got a lot of news coming out this week. We really don't have to move at all this week. I could see us pulling back under here and going to here this week, and then just kind of sitting between here and here. But anything beyond that, it doesn't have to happen. So just be on the lookout. Have your levels set. Follow when they break. Don't when they don't break. Limit yourself. Still not seeing anything worthy of calling out for a play yet. Just kind of waiting. I do like puts if we lose 453.59 here. Like if this was to get break, that'd be a good 40% entry, and then maybe you could look for some sort of retest. But you already kind of got your retest in the pre-market. So if we were to just flush, I wouldn't be surprised. But bears are in control from the open. You can see here on the 1 minute. They not just rejected the top of that zone. They came down, broke outside of it. Went back in, rejected the inside of it again, broke it again. So bears are in complete control from open. Remember, from open, that's 10 minutes worth of information. I'm not saying the world is on fire. I'm not saying the chart's going to fall off a cliff. I'm saying we're bearish from the open. So if we were to break over the open, what would that do? That would invalidate the bearish sentiment that we see from open. Keep it simple, guys. Somebody clip that and send that in trade floor. I like how I was like, I don't really have any ideas, and then I went over like a potential idea. I don't like anything right here. Goes over a game plan. And that's really what you got to do. You got to kind of like be on the move at all times. You know, no matter where price is at, have a game plan set. What can it do from here? What are the possibilities for bulls or bears? Go over that stuff. What do bulls want? What do bears want? For anybody, by the way, who just signed up recently, I'm about to get back to y'all's messages, but anybody who just signed up recently, sorry for not getting to you, but please go over to the channel. Go to, where is it at? Membership. Sorry, the buttons keep moving. They added shorts because we uploaded a couple of shorts and they moved the about button. Everything that's in my about section is now like on the profile. It's a little weird. But membership. This is the button I'm trying to get everybody to focus on. Click membership. For information about your membership, you can click all that stuff and just go over it. But guys, there is tons of watch lists in here. There are tons of breakdowns. If you want to go back to some of the old watch lists and go through them and catch up to where we are now, that'd be fine. If you want to just read the recent one, that's also fine. But there is a ton of videos in there, guys, and I've been recently kind of refining it to where there's about 85 videos in there. And I also apply my weekly watch list in there for anybody who's not a Discord member. If you're just a YouTube member, that's fine. But yeah. But I hope you guys enjoy that. There's a lot of information in there. If you guys ever have any questions or want me to go over a certain thing, or if you ever have any questions about, or just want me to focus on a potential topic or something, ask me or bring it up in chat. I'll gladly put it in my notes, and I'll go over it in a video or something. But we have almost pretty much anything you can think of, though, regarding our main system, though. What are the entries, how to get the levels, how to use the stop loss, how to do this, how to do that. It's all covered on this channel, regardless of being a member or not. So just get through those videos when you can. That playlist, the consistency playlist, that's the best playlist to start with. If anybody new is here, if anybody who's been struggling just like pops up and wants to like kind of get a refresher, that playlist, the consistency playlist, I think it's Road to Consistency. That is an amazing playlist of videos in order that I put in there. So if you want to go over that stuff, you can. Good morning, First Light. How you doing, man? Good morning, Chuck. Good morning, B-Ferg. Sorry, guys. I'm catching up to the messages. I'm way behind. Morning, Jack. If you take your fib from pre-market low to high of day, we're holding that golden pocket right now. Got me some options ready, waiting for my line. Yeah, keep holding 453.80s. There she goes. Told y'all, man, bearish from open. Now the question is, do they flush this level? I'm bearish to this level until they break this level. Does everything make sense so far, guys? I don't want to like go over stuff and you guys think like, oh, he's only saying that because he said it was going to go down, blah, blah. No, I'm going over parameters. We were bearish from here to here. Now we're waiting to see if we get confirmations under this level to say, hey, we're bearish from here to whatever's next. What is next? Let's go to the single chart and get a better clean look. Zoom back out. Okay, so we got a pretty good distance to 452.25. But there's probably an in-between level at whatever my psych is, so probably 453. So we can say 453 and then 452.25. 453. 50s is next focus. Kind of just re-updating people in Discord. Oh, thank you. Taylor shared the clip. If anybody wants to go review that, it's Keep It Simple Stupid. It's on the trade floor. I'll resend it here as well. Give me a second. Alright, we got that. There we go. Alright, so if you guys want to review that clip, you can if you're just now tuning in. But that was kind of a quick rundown of the game plan. But yeah, right now we're at the level after losing some pretty amazing supports. Remember, we're on that single chart. Let me go to the 5-day, 5-minute and show you. But you can see we've been in this range for a little bit. Multiple times have we held this area. We even have higher lows in here. We have lower highs in here. So we have a squeeze inside of a range. We're currently breaking that range right now, potentially giving a retest off to the downside. If we can break 453.50s, that would be your really big sign that we're probably going to dump a little bit more. 453 is a good psychological level below. We do have a big level here at 452.25, but keeping that 453 in mind. Testing golden pocket from open to low of day. Great call out. Never back down, never what, bulls? And yeah, be sure to drop a like on the stream. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed some of the game plans over the past couple days. From last week into this week, I go over game plans on the daily and the smaller time frame. For SPY, I go over SPY, or Triple Q, sorry, I just said the same thing twice. I go over SPX. But we mainly watch SPY in here. It's individual weights and the weights that make up those weights. If that makes sense. But Apple's at a pretty significant spot. I'm really not looking to tech for a lot of movement right now, though. I really am looking to other sectors right now, so I haven't really been going over these as much with you guys. Like Tesla. Tesla looks great if it can break 239.20. That'd be great. It already went up to it, rejected it perfectly after rejecting the 2-day ago supply. That's from Friday. What else can we get? Oh, JPM got some movement. It broke back over 153.30s. It's a decent sign. UNH, this is one I do not look at this time frame. I really shouldn't be looking at these on the smaller time frame anyway, like Berkshire Hathaway, JPM. I really just don't like looking at these on the 5-minute. These are really good charts to look at on the daily and just get good information. But you can see, though, we were talking about UNH getting buyers as long as they hold the blue area. They didn't just hold a good base, they held a good higher low as well multiple times and made it back up into the supply. So this one's probably going to bounce around for a little while longer. It loves to do that. We talked about this a while ago. Let me go find another example of it doing this. There's another one like right here. Yeah, right here. You see how long it likes to sit in between ranges sometimes. It's kind of doing the same thing here. Again, just a larger range. So I think that's why it's given more time. But really watching that one because that's a very important weight behind a very important sector. And probably a very powerful move coming soon. AMD's at a very crucial spot. Looks like they're at a demand area. Sorry. Yeah. Looks like if AMD cracks under 121.45, you can possibly see that flush. If they build some base here, that'd be a good sign. Remember, guys, you're looking for a SPY to break this level or push away from this level. If they re-break this and get back above today's open, it invalidates a lot of the bearish movement you've already seen. A failed bearish setup can be a very strong bullish setup if this ends up not breaking. And Netflix is still in supply. If you grab from your last... I mean, this isn't your last high. There's another one back here. So if you want to cheat and go here, that'd be your next area below. But if this rejects here, it's most likely working back towards this candle here. And then this area here. So 1, 2. Again, if you see any kind of slowdowns here, you already have some good slowdowns now. But if you get any kind of like rejection of this area or lower high or any kind of bearish candlestick, if this was to flush and break this, it can go down to here. So you have a game plan for if you're too late. And you have a game plan if you want to be early. But I like that chart a lot, so I'll be watching Netflix a lot more over the next couple weeks. Thank you, D-Touch. Thank you, Taylor, both for sharing those posts. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Do y'all remember MMM, the play from Daffy? Spam some Daffy emojis if you want to see the result of that play right now. Y'all are gonna be, y'all's minds are gonna be blown. My mind's blown. I'm gonna go to that chart now, but spam some Daffy emojis if you want to see the result of Daffy's MMM play. This is crazy. Clean chart too. I loved his breakdown on this. Got a bullish kicker here after a retest, and I mean, it kind of follows everything we go over too. Like, I didn't go over this. This is all his TA. I'm not taking away from him. But what I did like about it though is that after making this low, because this is bearish. I mean, this is bearish. Rejects, bearish, makes new lows. Okay, great. But then they came back up with the bullish kicker after earnings, and they held those lows. So it looks like as long as they were to hold these lows, you could get some better basing happening. So what do you get? You end up getting more movement. You get a soldier pattern. You get a hammer. You get a hammer. They go up. You get a shooter. They come back down. You get another hammer. Inside candle, inside candle, inside candle. Bullish kicker. So clearly some compression happened over time to get this back up. And then what he went for after this bullish kicker, after it went up, hit this supply, came back down, he ended up going in on, I believe it was... yeah, this candle. After the bullish kicker and then another soldier candle, both bullish candlesticks popped up, he's in. 2 days in a row, this has just been moving back into this area of potential supply, which if it breaks 98.20s, it's most likely going higher. It's most likely going to 100. So still a chance that it's not done, but still amazing movement so far. But guys, check this out. This is the result of Daffy's MMM play. Sorry, I'm like drawing a blank trying to speak now. But good job D-Touch getting your 150% on that, and good job Daffy getting your 188% on that. Damn near 200%. That is crazy. Which is kind of funny too, because last week and the week before he's had plays just like this too on different tickers that not a lot of people trade, and then he gets amazing movement just playing good TA on the daily time frame, on bigger time frames, the weekly. He likes emerging candles, he likes his supply and demand. So he's giving himself a chance to see these plays. But shout out to Daffy, man. Seriously, he day in, day out. This man does it every single week. And look at that too, Jay. Good stuff, Jay. 184%. I love seeing you win, Jay. Good stuff, man. And this is why I like our chat the most, because it really is like, we're not calling, I mean, there are call outs, I guess you could say, but it's not like that. It really is like, do you understand what you're going for here? Okay, well, you can take it if you want. You know, we're not going to sit here and be like, guys, this is going to be a 200% play. We know it. It's not going to be like that. But right now, guys, you're potentially rejecting and trying to push lower, so bears are still in control in the 5-minute. And our technician, D-Touch, has reported a inside bar. Good job, man. Which so far it is. We still got a little bit to go in that. 7 minutes to go. But if 7 minutes go by and we're still inside of this candle, he will be correct. Great post. And yep, bears are still in control in the 1 minute and the 5 minute. What you're looking for now is a break of 453.59 on the 1 minute and 5 minute, which you actually have that right now. This is the first time, yeah. This is the first time you broke on both time frames. There's a really high chance this flushes now. Again, if they retake this level, get back over today's open, that can invalidate all this momentum. But so far, bears are in complete control from open. My bad, let me make this chart look a little bit better. There, that looks nice. See what I mean though? Like once they exit here, there's like a close couple levels already. And it's like basically low 453s. So even if it does flush here, there's a potentially quick retest happening, which could lead to another retest underneath from here or here, and then that'll take more time. There can be a lot of time taken away from today. We'll see though. I just know when they make things this obvious, they like to take their sweet ass time, so not as many people get into it, as well as more money gets really burnt up before the move happens. So we'll see if that kind of event happens today. So just keep that in the back of your mind. I'm gonna zoom this chart in a little bit because I can't tell what's going on. Potential 3-bar on the 5 minute, could call out. 4 minutes till the 15-minute candle closes. We're still inside of the low of that candle. I have a feeling they're going to flush it and then bring it right back up. How's the music, by the way? I didn't even bother asking today. Is it too loud, too quiet, too annoying? Waffy. Last week we got 233% on the same ticker. Okay, my bad. But it was well over 200% though. Massive gain. I'm very proud of Daffy's plays. Here, I'll just pin that. It's worthy. Yuga's Gucci. Alright, good. I just want to make sure I'm not blasting y'all's ears off. See what I mean? It like brought it down and then wick it instantly just to like make it not obvious. I genuinely believe that is the one sole reason we have not flushed this new low yet. It's to not make it obvious. Plus, if this candle was to form an inside bar and then we start getting some positive prints over 15, 30, 45 minutes an hour, this could reverse this over time, which is the feasible route for bulls. Again, if bulls were to reverse this, it's going to take some time and a lot of price action. That's exactly what this would provide if that was to happen. So, got that potential scenario where bulls do have that little small chance of bringing it back up over time. It won't be pretty though. I'm not gonna lie. If they do reverse this, it's not gonna be pretty. It's gonna be hard to follow. See, like right now they had a higher open then brought it back down. I kind of see that as like a reset candle almost. As long as they don't flush the new low, this could really turn back around. 453.50s is being stubborn today. This is why I cover not just the levels I draw, but the psychological levels that are close to them. If you say 453.59 to 453.90s, what should you really be saying? 435 to 454. Let's not cut ourselves short here. Give yourself that psychological level. It's easier to read, it's easier to say, and it's a legit thing. You shouldn't be looking for 453.59 to flush. You should be looking for 453.50. That's the next psychological flat number right there. A very real factor in the markets when you're looking at price action this way. And what is up, everybody? We've got over 80 people in here on a Tuesday. I am proud of you guys. What we were seeing, for anybody just now tuning in, we were seeing a lot of really good bearish setups. We got really good bearish retests, but right now we're seeing possible scenarios where bulls can keep this because we, again, are not losing anything on the bigger time frames. The bigger time frame level shits on all these charts, basically. This is the one with the most priority, and this one's not losing anything. So we're kind of just focused on a potential slowdown sitting at this support because you have a slowdown going up, you have a slowdown going down now. So it's almost like you have all momentum just lost. And look what I said, guys. The failed bearish setup can almost cause the best bullish setup. So I'm not saying this is going to run now, but that's trapping a lot of people and hurting a lot of money right now for anybody trapped in a short. This is why I said, this is good for bearish setups to this level, but we need to see a break of this level. So good job to anybody listening today. News in 2 minutes. Thank you, P-Van. Oh, my bad. It already came out. I read your message late. My bad, P-Van. Thank you for reminding everybody, though. By the way, guys, I know I don't go over news enough in here. I know I don't. You don't have to tell me. But if you do want to check my news every day, because I do post news, I just don't do it on here that much. Go to the Daily Updates channel. If you go to Daily Updates, I post news, corporate and overnight news, and earnings. So I cover it all, go over the basic stuff from the 3 websites that we like to use for free in here. I post them every day I can. I think this was the one day I was gone, and Leland still posted for me. So, very nice. So if you ever are just confused on what the heck the news is for the day, you can just check that. I post it every single morning. I try to do it at least 30 minutes before open. It's the first thing I post in Discord every day. I'll say good morning, and then I go straight to that Daily Updates channel. That is my routine. Lots of amazing updates on the trade floor by multiple people. D-Touch, Jacko, Taylor, Misi. Really good update so far. On multiple tickers too. SPY, Microsoft, AMD. Whoa, Sand Dollar. How many Russian coffees you gonna give me? Thank you so much, Sand Dollar. One of these days I'm gonna retip you when we go to the Bermuda Triangle together. He said chill and don't get trapped. I like what he said, man. Question, how do you get your grade levels? Are they from top wicks or body of candles? You talking about the zones? So, this is another explanation. This is a good conversation. That's a great question to ask. I'm breathing a sigh of relief because it's about to be a lot that I'm about to tell you. So let's start with a video first. I'm not going to watch it with you, but I'm just going to say you should watch these videos. So go to playlists, go to road to consistency. Okay, so one that you need to watch is this one, because this talks about retest. You see this one that says retest trading 101? All of you need to watch this. This isn't even talking about his question anymore, but this is probably one of my best videos because I literally break down the psychological just analysis of what are retests and what kind of retests are they and what do they mean. And then I go over exactly how you spot them, how you accurately mark them, how you accurately label them. So go over this video. It's 11.5 minutes, and it's probably the deepest video on retest on YouTube. I'm not even being cocky with that one. That's legit. I'm not joking. You won't find a better retest video than that. But it also goes over supply and demand zones a little bit. Now, the one you really want is this one because it's less than 5 minutes and it goes over how I get my zones from the previous day. I focus on the previous day high and the previous day low. Basically, if you see me talking about the previous day high, I'll just go to it. Let's just do a new chart. Let's do a new one. Create drawing set. For Mon, hold up, Clezii, Monclezii. Is that Italian? But let's go to this so you can see it a little easier. I'm gonna turn on extended hours. It's all black? It's because I have this off. But this makes it a little bit easier to see the difference between the days. All right, so let's start with this day, and then we'll work left to right. Is that cool? So let's start with this day. So you see how it's kind of flat? Well, on this day, I would go from here to the point of reversal. So normally you go from like here to the open of your last green candle, and then you extend that to the right because that's where it reversed from. But since this is a sideways day, it's a little bit different. I'm going to just go from here to the close. And then this one, we had a reversal from here, and this is normally what you would do too. You'd normally go from the low of the day to the top of the last red candle before the reversal back up. So it'd really be like this candle over here. But you can see that would kind of mess up the chart a little bit. So the rules are kind of effed on that one. But that's mainly because of the sideways day. And I know this is a bad explanation already, but the reason it was like that is because it was kind of stuck between this days. If you go to the high of that candle to the open of the last green candle before the reversal, that's the high of day supply. If you go to the bottom here, this is the low of day. If you go from here to the top of the last red candle before the reversal back up, it's the demand of that day, right? So that what would that be? That'd be this candle. And then you just edit properties, extend it over a couple days on both of them. It zooms over here. And then you can see this. Oh, we've been trading inside of that all day. We didn't just trade within the pre-market range that day. We also traded within the previous day's supply and previous day demand. So then you remove those levels because those don't matter anymore. And if you want to add these, you can. I tried not to because it's just really confusing to do. But you can see, nothing to really mark on that day. Go to this day. What are we messing with now? Well, we didn't really get over the highs of this day, so we kind of rejected under that, made a lower high of that. But we held the demand of that 2 day ago, right? That makes sense. So there's nothing to really add there either. I mean, I guess you could go back and say, well, now that we've had multiple days of information rejecting the high to the close of that day, I am going to mark that. You could make that up. You could add that if you want to. It's really situational, as you can see. But you want to try to stick to the rules that cover the high to the open of the last green candle before the reversal to create your supply, and the vice versa of that. But this is a little different. So, and then you can see going into today, and this is exactly, if I'm not joking, like everybody in my chat does this. Well, not everybody, but all the people that are working with it are doing this. But look at this, like right here. This is literally what I just covered this morning on her post right here. It says, which is great. Wait, hold up. Price looks like it's going to be opening under prior day demand. So kind of getting an initial look of like, okay, wow, sellers are in control from open. That's how we know that. It's order of operations. We're going in order of how our levels are breaking. From open, bears have been in control. They brought us back under an old demand. We're potentially breaking old demand to push lower right now. What's in the way? Well, we got pre-market low. We got today's open kind of keeping us stuck here. They don't want to make it super obvious and everybody be a part of this trade. So it's not going to be super fast like I was saying earlier. But that's how essentially we get all of our supply and demand though. And then the other chart is a little bit different, Monclezii. If you go to this one, King Carnage chart, this one's a little bit different. So I'll show you this as well. So I am kind of doing the same thing. See, I'm going from the low to the top of the last red candle before the reversal. Top to the open of the last green candle before the reversal. Same thing here. Same thing here. Just doing a gap. I'm just marking that open. So you can see I'm doing the same thing. I'm just doing it with recent price action for my daily chart. And then when I go down to this chart, I'm set. I'm already good. See, it matches that other chart we were doing. I'm still watching that day's demand. I'm still watching that day's supply because we haven't broken it. We haven't broken it. We haven't broken it. We haven't broken it. We're just now breaking it. So what are we stuck with? Pre-market low. We can mark today's open. Marking all the BB levels. Again, previous day open, current day open, previous day close, pre-market high, pre-market low, previous day high, previous day low. That's it. But that's how we get all of our zones. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask. I need to go back to this chart real quick because I need to see what we're doing. All right, so we did get a little bit of movement. Bulls did get a little bit more present. And, oh, okay. My bad. Let me switch this to the 15. I was wondering why it wasn't ready yet. All right, so we do have an official inside bar on the 15-minute. D-Touch was right when he called this out a little bit early, but he was right. It didn't ever break the low, didn't ever break the high. We're stuck inside of that candle. So what does that mean, everybody? That we're going to be focused on this candle now. I know, my lines aren't straight. If you want to mark them with the price level too, you can. Gotcha, thanks for the explanation. No problem, Mono. And just remember, there's situations where you won't draw it the same way. Remember how I showed you that inside day and it was flat? But if I was to draw it like my traditional way of drawing it from that high to that open and the bottom to the top of that red candle, if I was to draw it like that, it'd be ugly. It would be impossible to follow, right? So make sure you're drawing from your high of day to your close or whatever level's closest, and the same thing for your underside if it's ugly, which it's not always going to happen like that, but sometimes it's situational. And if you're ever confused, just ask. I'll probably have mine posted. Because I try to set the way for like how you draw those zones for the smaller time frame. Because I'm not joking. The reason I came up with this is because I'm serious about this. Go to YouTube, challenge me, try to prove me wrong. Go to YouTube right now, or maybe not right now, but later on. And seriously, try to find a zones video where someone doesn't just cover their zones and how they draw them, but actually gives you a actual technical rule, right? So the reason my TA routine is so strong and like everybody loves it so much is because it has set rules. If you're doing this or that, it's either right or wrong. There is no, well, you were kind of right and wrong. No, you were either right or wrong. There's no gray water, no gray zone there, right? It's the same thing with the zones. If you go on YouTube, there's not a lot of people who cover zones and say, look, I'm drawing. All right, here, I'll just do this again. We're going back to the Monteclesi chart. So if a lot of people on YouTube, when they show people how to draw zones, they just kind of draw them. They don't really break down why they're doing it. They'll be like, I kind of see some support here. I'm going to highlight it over here. And their eyes, I'm not joking. If I was to put like an eye tracker on all these videos, all of their eyes would be looking over here. Which is wrong. You're literally wrong by doing that. Have you guys ever played basketball and have your pivot foot down? If you were to pick that pivot foot up, guess what? That's a penalty. You don't get to just pick your foot up and walk around while holding the ball. It's the same thing here. You don't get to look over at the current price, or because at this time, that's what you'd be looking at as current price. You don't get to look over here and go, yeah, that lines up with this as support. This is a good area. Yeah, it is, but only because you focused on it because of like this. You don't have an actual rule. You just drew that because it looks like support, turn support, turn support, turn support, turn resistance. It just looks good to you, right? But there's no rule behind why you drew it like that. There's no actual logical explanation why you drew it like that. There's no rule behind it. There's no absolute rule. What if the next time I see something like this, it doesn't look exactly like that? Then I'm not going to be able to break down why it's doing that. I'm not going to be able to break down why is there this and that. Yeah, Zaya, we have our own way of doing it though. So I'm not trying to be rude, but I've been going over zones a lot longer than those individuals you just named. A lot longer. They just started using them and they came up with random techniques. But I'm serious though. Watch everybody's videos. You won't find other people that find an actual technical breakdown on how they would draw this. They would just go, yeah, there's a wick here. Yeah, it's a support here. Yeah, it's a resistance over here. I'm going to draw it like that. Yes, technically that is correct. But what if it doesn't look like that next time? What if it's a little bit different? See how much slippage there is here? See how much slippage there is here? It doesn't look that good. It's not that helpful of a zone. It just makes sense to you, so you drew it. So it's not an actually good zone. It's just some bullshit you threw up on your chart, right? There's not actual rules there, right? So what if I wanted to mark the all-time high supply? What would I grab? Following my rules, I'd go from... No, I'm going to ask y'all that. I'll let y'all answer that. How would I do that? How would I draw this using the rules I've been going over with you guys in those videos, in my playlist over the past year plus, going over these zones? How long, or how would I draw this from the all-time high? If I want to draw the all-time high supply, can anybody break that down for me? Who's been paying attention? Who is not? PVan is on it. And you're good, Zaya. I wasn't like trying to bark at you. It's just, I don't know. Those are people I literally taught. So, you know, you're like coming back at me and saying like, check out their video. But it's like, I literally taught those people. So no shit, they would be good. Zaya, are you your name has arts in it. Are you a graphic designer by any chance? Or are you an actual like artist, not graphic designer? But PVan is correct though. He said high to close of last green candle. You are correct. You go from the high, so 479.98, down to the open of the last green candle before the big reversal move. So what's the first thing that's really easy for us to spot? The reversal. Right? We could see that it reversed from here. It reversed from here. We could see that easy as hell. It's quick, right? So you can see that. Then you go to the high of that move. You go to the open of the last green candle. That's it. That's it. It's as simple as that. And then I go to 2025 when you mark it, because then you could just leave it on here forever. It's kind of a lazy method. And you could do that over and over. Every time you see that, you could draw one here. You could draw one here. Whoa. Oh, the line tool. I was like, what the heck? Are they going to look pretty every time? No. But they're effective. Try to do the first one too. Like you would do this one, not that one. Because this is the first one that hit, not that. This one invalidated. So you could delete it and then re-add it here. You got another one here. You got another one here. And you can just keep doing that over and over and over. Now, what about demand? Does anybody want to help me mark the demand of this chart? Let's say this was the reversal back up. Well, no, let's do this one. It's a little easier to look at. But let's say this is the reversal back up, right? So how would I draw this demand? It's not perfectly like the opposite rule where you do the high to the open of the last green candle. This one's a little bit different. How would I draw this? From the low to what? If I wanted to draw the demand of this low, what would I draw? Aspiring graphics designer? Awesome. I would honestly love to see some of your work. I'd be down to pay you for a small project. I'm like off topic talking about two different things. Good job, Maddie. Good job, SF. Good job, Cody. I see a couple of y'all answered that correct. You're good, PVan. I kind of read it as you saying open anyway. Good looks, King Carnage. Alright, so PVan says the low to the high of the last red candle before the reversal. Maddie said top of the red candle. SF said to previous candle. Cody said top of last red candle. Yes, I see nothing but correct answers. Yes, everybody. From the low to the top of the last red candle. It's that easy. And you guys should go do this on your own. Anytime you see... this is what I call them dips and eaves. Because you kind of have dips. And then you get eaves. They kind of move up. And they make this like rooftop heave. However the hell you say that word. But then you see like kind of this like eave up here, right? So you have a clear resistance here. I don't really see like a perfect zone to draw there yet. But then they make one here. Then they make one here. You know, then they have this dip. They have this dip. So you can see it's really easy to go back and practice just drawing them. Now, putting them to the test, that'll be another challenge. You know, actually applying that information and trying to take trades off of that, that will be a whole nother challenge. But I challenge each and every one of you in here today. No matter what happens, every single day, I want to see you guys draw the high of day supply, the low of day demand of the previous day. And in this case, if you see the next day not break anything, leave it. If you see the next day not break anything, leave it. Right? It's not until we see these break or get too many moves away from it that you can actually delete this and clean up your chart a little bit. There's no reason to clean this yet. It hasn't invalidated this zone yet. It's a demand until proven otherwise. It's trying to turn into supply right now, which, again, what is demand? Buyer control. What is supply? Seller control. So it's just other notable areas. It's really all it is. You're using levels to help you out, but then you have notable zones, notable areas, notable ranges, other pieces of information to help you out, to find more opportunities. 40% entries, 80% entries. How do we navigate these levels? Those entry types. 40%, 80%, the lower highs, the higher lows, the buy the dip, the lead test. No, you're good. You're good. My bad, guys. I need to actually report Daffy's play. Thank you for saying that. Not that one. Right here. He said, we broke record, Bueller. Trimmed one here, leaving a runner. They're almost at 250% on MMM. And then on his Nike play that he called out this morning, which I did accidentally show on stream. I wasn't trying to, like, give people a free play on that one because this is kind of a members-only channel. But now he's killing it on Nike. We always like to spam emojis. Just to hype it up. I mean, look at that. 263%, 46%. He is on multiple tickers. And it's funny because if you go back in past streams, past breakdowns, past watch lists, these are tickers he goes over all the time. He goes over Nike. He loves looking at these. I still have them on the bottom of my list down here. Look. Nike. Still moving up past levels that I only redrew because of Daffy. It's crazy. Costco is pretty wild. Let me see MMM again. Yeah, they're still working to the top of that. They did hit the top of it, actually. Insane movement so far. Daffy, you're incredible, man. And let's look at that King Carnage chart again. I guess I can delete the other one now. Yeah. We're still holding the bottom of that area. We kind of talked about the importance of possibly seeing this hold if it doesn't give us any kind of break. And then we went down to that 15-minute chart. And we ended up getting an inside bar. And we're getting multiple positive prints. I'm not joking. If you go back in the stream when this was still forming, I literally covered this to the T. I'm not trying to sound cocky or egotistical, but we literally covered this to the T. Word for word, I said, if this was to hold it as an inside bar, it could give the needed amount of movement and time wasted for bulls to build something here. Now, is this the most bullish thing you've ever seen? No. They still need to break the inside bar. They still need to show any kind of retest because that would give them a little bit more confidence to keep them in range, as well as work back to the top of this range that we're stuck in between 453.50s and 455.50s. But that's what we're dealing with right now. Oh, let's clean that up before I share that. It looked ugly. There we go. Good stuff, everybody. I'm really happy to see a lot of you guys like catching up with me now, because you have to be able to flip the switch. You know, we were bearish. Everything looked really good for a dump. Then we weren't. We found reasons to not be. If you go back and review today's stream, honestly, yesterday's stream and today's stream, I feel like we're so informational on like price action and everything around this stuff. I really do feel you could learn a lot just in yesterday's stream and today's stream. Just looking at what I've talked about, what we've gone over as a team, as well as the price action and some of the updates we've covered. I think yesterday we had one good short. Today we had one good short, and we talked about possibility of bulls showing up. I did not go over a long idea for upside. We just went over the scenario that bulls would need to do to get back up, which they're doing every bit they can on the 15, the 5, and the 1. Daily still reacting to the support. Okay, yeah, awesome, Zaya. I'd love to see your work. Seriously, if you're not cool with it, we don't have to do any projects. It's cool with me. I just love supporting people that are in the chat. To be honest with you, I've funded all kinds of people in chat, and I don't share about it because I don't give a fuck about recognition. I love seeing people in my chat be happy. I love seeing people in my chat just, I don't know, live a better life. I've helped somebody get a camera before. I've helped a very expensive camera. I've helped somebody get a better job. I've helped a couple people in chat with different things. And I don't know, it's kind of cool seeing everybody in chat not just have a good trading life, like it's no shit. That's what we're here for. But it's just cool to also see like the other aspects of people's lives in chat. And I really am serious about that. I love seeing everybody just happy because it creates better positive reinforcement for learning in here, you know, when times get tough, because it's not always going to be amazing. There's going to be times where we all just want to rip each other's throats out, and it's not going to be fun, and it's just going to be tough times, you know. So try not to stress, try to focus on building positive reinforcements in your life. Build up, not down. The same way we're looking for higher lows for bulls to get back to the top of the charts, the same thing you got to do with your life. Build those higher lows in any shape, in any way, in any form, in any direction of your life. Oh yeah, that was crazy. SF said, and someone reported they hit 200k. I got this notification. I'll even show y'all. It's kind of mind-blowing. Look, so here's my notifications, right? This guy popped up. I was like randomly replying to some of y'all on Discord yesterday, and I saw him comment. And normally when you see like someone say 200k or you see like a big number in a comment, you go to it and it's like a bot. It's like a bot posting about like a different thing with the URL, but he didn't do that. There wasn't like a URL that said join my group here or anything. It wasn't like that. So I came back here and I was reading it and I was like, holy crap, is this real? So then I went to social media. I was like, who are you? I still haven't gotten any response from this person. I have no clue who this is. But if this is true, that's crazy. Again, if this is true, that's insane. But yeah, that one was pretty trippy. If that's true, that's probably one of the craziest like testimonies from someone in chat. You guys know me, I'm pretty skeptical about everything. I don't like to just instantly assume everything is real. But if it is real, good for him. And guys, they're building higher lows in the 1 minute. They're holding over today's open on the 5 minute. 15-minute inside bar has multiple positive prints, potentially breaking the outside of that bar there. The outside of the inside bar. Let's see if we get that break or not. And look at this, guys. What was our main game plan today? Buyers looking for a hold of 454s or 453.50s. We broke 454s. We saw that. But we saw 453.50s. That's the low of day. To the cent. So far. I don't want to be like, that's the low of day all day. I said 15-minute bull, or sorry, 15-minute inside bar, still not confirming more bulls, but it did give bulls more room. Hopefully that makes sense. I did type bulls and more like twice. Careful going, Kong. What? Who's Kong? Oh, careful going long. 30-minute SPY rejecting the 20 EMA. 100%. Long. I was like, Kong. I started scrolling up like, who's he talking to? No, I like reading y'all's updates. Good job, Letterbuck. Yeah, if you guys are typing in Trade Floor or YouTube, I read everything. No one gets by me. Getting off the charts for today. Got trapped in puts and used up my buying power. Need to be more patient, have more respect for my money. Preach, Dividend. This is word for word. That's what we talked about yesterday. He's referring to that, I believe. Stick with it, Dividend. Daffy said 286% on MMM runner and Nike is flying. So anybody in Daffy's plays on MMM or Nike, you're doing great. By the way, did y'all see somebody try to take my trader? Speaking of Daffy, I gotta bring this up, Daffy, because that did kind of piss me off. It was like, what? Like, bro, I'm trying to build a community and you got people over here trying to take my people. Check this out. He said, don't get caught in fake Discord gurus. Still waiting for a response. But they said, what can I do for you? That's nice. Okay, awkward response. Nothing much. I just want to get other people who trade, and for those who don't trade, I want to help them see the good in trading, basically, because I have a mentor who has a server and he offers good trading signals, blah, 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 blah. Daffy says, I will join under one condition. Name this pattern of price action. Okay, which is, you have 15 seconds to answer. It looks like your mentor is not doing a good job. Still waiting for a response, like, Jesus. Like, it's just crazy. Like, you got people legit trying to take, like, some of my best traders, like Daffy, Leland, like, and this is something that's happened before. It's not like this is new, but it's just kind of funny. I don't know. It just goes to show this is a great community to be a part of. And we don't charge. I'm not joking. Like, I know I charge for memberships, but like, go compare me to other people. Go compare. Nobody's close. Everybody's trying to charge like $500 a month. Like, inflation isn't through the roof. My YouTube membership is $5 a month. $4.99. But yeah, it was crazy. They're trying to poach my traders. But I'm not joking, guys. This is something that I have to always look out for, because like, there's been people in the past who start out in our group. They get a little bit cocky. They get a little bit confident. They get a little bit of, education in them because they've been here for a while. And they take that away from the group. They don't stay in the group. They don't help others. They don't try to, spread positivity. They do nothing but toxicity. They take away. And this is why I give so much love to people like Daffy, D-Tut, Leland, because I've never once had to suspect anything even close like that from any of them. Not even once. Not even once have I ever thought, oh, wow, are these guys trying to screw me? No, they're not. They're just great traders, and they like being here because they've learned from this group. They've grown in this group, and that's how I logically think everybody should act. Like, if you grew up in a group and you learned and succeeded from it, why would you take away from that group, go start your own group, and then try to take people from that instead of just marketing yourself? You want to go start your own group, fine, but go market yourself. Why would you take away from something someone else built, right? You'd have to legit be a roach. And that's what most of these fat air quotations right now, that's what these traders are these days. They're roaches. They don't actually care about anything going on. They don't care about you. It's one of my biggest, most famous tweets, I think one of my most viewed tweets. I think it has like 100,000 views now, but it talks about traders not giving a shit about each other. It literally goes over the fact that if you go join a group, they don't care about you. They see you as a subscription. Like, they don't care, oh, you're David Q, oh, you're Chuck, oh, you're Wacko Jack. They're not going to say your name. They don't care about learning your name. It's crazy. And again, I'm not going to remember everybody's name. I'm not perfect. But it's crazy how unpersonal these people will get with you. And I try to tell people that, like, you don't have to pay me a dime. There's plenty of shit you could get off me for free. I'm not trying to sell you. I'm not trying to get you to... I'm not trying to, like, hide anything from... I'm not trying to trick you. It's all open. It's all free. You can see it all. If you want to pay for a subscription and see extra shit, you can. If you want to pay for the YouTube membership and see extra stuff, you can. You don't have to, though. The course. How many times do you see me promote my own course? Y'all have to bully me to promote my own course. Like, I don't... It just feels so scummy. But I'm serious about this. Like, take care of each other, guys. If you're in the community, build the community up. Make it a better place. Make your dent. Make your mark. If you see someone post in Post Charts channel and you don't really have anything to add on to it, tag them in Trade Floor. Hey, great post. I love that. I learned something from you. Literally, just that small amount of positivity adds so much for that person as well as yourself. It's crazy. Try it out. D-Touch said, I closed out all MMM. Good stuff, D-Touch. I like what Zaya said. You're a good dude, Bueller. Pretty sure that's why we're all here too. Not because you yell at us all over stream and call us idiots, but because you care. I definitely try not to call anybody an idiot, but I am pretty direct with you guys. It's just because I'm passionate. I care about you guys growing. I don't want to... I'm so effing tired of, like, waking up, going into chat, and seeing somebody go... Because there's always, like, this message every now and then. No group is perfect, but somebody would go in there and be like, oh, I'm failing, and I have nothing working for me. Nothing's going my way. This and that. It's just crying, moaning, bitching, and a little bit... It's a little bit justified, but at the same time, it's not. And it just gets to me, because it's like, damn, I'm so tired of reading these damn messages. I don't want to wake up and read messages of you all getting rich, but I don't want to wake up and see you guys getting poor either. Like, it blows my mind. It's like, come on, man. Don't risk what you can't lose. Learn. Take your time. Be patient. Stop trying to rush into things. Yes, there are probably things in your life that are pressuring you to learn this faster and to make money faster, but that's not going to make you do better. If anything, it's going to make you do worse. So try to detach yourself from any outside noise, from anything that could possibly affect you. From anything that could make you think more about your money, detach yourself from that as best as possible. That is your best chance of growing in this. This group is different, not because of Bueller, because of people. Something is seriously wrong with that kid. Bferg said, there's more valuable information available for free in BB community than any paid membership I have ever seen. He also said, I would like very much for you to read a message about me getting rich. You know what I meant. You know what I meant. I do want to read that. I meant, like, I don't want to wake up and see, like, just cocky gains. Like, I don't care about, hey, guys, look, I made $1,000 in SPX today. Okay, but what did you do? Did it make sense to you? That's what we care about. I don't care that you got rich. I care if it made sense to you, because then I know you're not gambling. Now I know you're actually trading. That's what will give me a sigh of relief, not the fact that you made $1,000. If you can show me, look, I know what I'm doing, Bueller. Look, this made sense to me. I planned it. I did it. I stuck to it. It got a little bit ugly here or there, but I did everything I possibly could to make the best outcome. That right there is trading. I couldn't be more proud of that. It would bring tears to my eyes. Tesla back to low of day. Good call out by Chuck. Good update so far. And yeah, we had bears in control. Couldn't break their trigger level. We have bulls back in control. They're just not going to look pretty. Remember what I said, guys. It's probably going to look ugly as they try to recover a little bit. It's never going to be pretty when you see bulls retaking bearish momentum. It's always such a slow process. And when it isn't, it's impossible to catch. So it's either you wait and be patient and catch it, or you don't. And also, look at the top right of my screen. That's the 15-minute. Remember what D-Touch was covering with the inside bar. We are still within that previous candle, the very first candle of the day. So don't freak out if you feel like you're missing out. You're not missing out. Nothing's happened yet. Now, for anybody just now tuning in, you did miss a little bit of a game plan to the downside to 453.50s, but we never got the break of 453.50s. So that was really our second trigger of like, all right, let's get into more shorts. Never happened. Holding higher lows ever since we hit it. We're now back up above today's open. We broke back under it. We're building some structure. So like I said, it's going to be ugly, but you're most likely going to see some consolidation building here. And thank you guys for almost 50 likes on today's stream. That is pretty incredible. It's been a little bit over an hour since we started. Bunch of game plans, bunch of cool little breakdowns. Some good questions in today's stream. Good feedback. A lot of really good updates by all of you too. I always like to reinforce that with y'all too. Like y'all really do have good updates. I hope you're not just thinking I'm saying that to be nice. Like y'all really do have good updates. I shouldn't have to read a paragraph to understand what you're going over, and I never see that from you guys. I always see Tesla, this. Bam. Now I know the positioning of Tesla. I know what's possibly next for it. I don't have to even look. That's how good your update should be. You should be able to envision the chart without opening it. Well, they didn't make it ugly. They actually did get a nice little clean move there. And guys, Daffy is closing his play. This is for all BB members. Trust the levels. 98 call, over 300% on MMM. Guys, can we spam some Daffy emojis across the Discord and YouTube just for Daffy? That is outstanding. I don't have an actual word in the English dictionary to cover what Daffy's done. Pretty incredible. Whew. Now that's trading. Holy, this thing is moving. The power of that 15-minute inside bar. These candles look like 5-minute candles now. What is going on? React. 15-minute IB was money. Hey, y'all called it. I was just reading y'all's updates. That was D-Touch. Run, Spy, run. React. Yeah. I love you guys. Isn't that cool though? How you could flip like going from like okay guys, see if demand holds. Oh, it didn't. Let's go bearish. And then it was like, all right, hold up guys. We're bearish to this level. Let's wait. Okay, wait. We'll see if base build happens. And then it happens. Like it's cool that you could flip like that. And in about an hour and what? 15 minutes has gone by. An hour and 12 minutes. That's crazy. That's really, really fast. A lot of opportunity in today's chart already. And I'm glad we covered that stuff. I only covered an idea to the downside, and then we kind of covered a scenario to the upside, but I'm not going to take credit for like, oh guys, I called the play out, because I didn't think it was ready yet. But it did look really nice with all the base building and the scenarios and the talking. So you see what I did there? We took a trade to the downside. I didn't really like it as much to the upside, but I still mental traded it. I still went over it in my head. I still kind of told the story of what's going on, who has what, who has control of what can they go towards, if not, what are they breaking, blah, blah, blah. You need to do this with yourself every single chart, no matter what, no matter if you're in a trade or not, because you need to put yourself in the mindset that you're going to take a trade or that you are in a trade. You need to be in this mindset at all times. Then you'll feel a little bit more detached from your money, and you'll be a little bit more attached to the actual facts and reasoning that's happening on the chart. You're not going to be sitting here making shit up or going, oh wow, I only need to make 100 more bucks. I only need to make 10 more percent. Come on, come on. So make sure you guys are making plans and sticking to them. And good job. I was literally just about to ask if the dollar is moving. Good job by SF. She said the dollar is dropping. So let's go see, is it breaking that next area? And yes, it is. They are breaking 102.936. Remember, this, all these levels are from the daily. I just drew this to highlight what is that exact number, and they are breaking it. Yo, good job, Eric. Good job, Eric. I hope y'all aren't calling this chop. I saw two people say chop. This is not chop. Y'all are calling this chop. You have a very negative mindset. You need to quit saying the word chop. Chop is going to lead you to thinking negative things, and it's going to make you more hesitant. I'm not joking. I've seen this. There needs to be a study done on this. People who say the word chop and people who don't. Because I'm not joking you. If you say chop, it's going to give you a negative mindset, and it's going to lead you to missing opportunity. And I don't think anything bad about anybody saying that, but I do believe that it will cause something bad to happen to you if you keep doing it. By the way, guys, Daffy is up a bag and a half now. I keep just going over Daffy updates because he just keeps killing it. But he got 20 contracts at 5 cents. The moment I press the enter button, 2 minutes later, up another 100%. Good job, Zeke. Flipping long before that pop. Good stuff. Love it. Which means you weren't trading with bias. I love that. You were able to flip the switch because there was great reasoning to be bearish. There was great targets. No trigger went past it. Okay, well, we need to see a little bit more. We start to see a hold of this, a higher low. We see another higher low. They pop back above today's open. Triggers for bulls that pop back up, so flipping the switch makes sense. Great job, Zeke, not being biased. Tech sector just built Diffie. My PayPal swing is flying. Let's go. Love to hear it, Alexis. Why I need to be patient for the break of 454.23. Preach, dividend. Pumps as soon as I walk away from the computer. Daffy is on fire. Yeah, he is crazy. He's the Kool-Aid man right now. And look at that, guys. They brought us back to the, not the top of the range, but to the level that we've kind of been treating as top of our range, as like a lower high top. We're right back to 455.50s again. That's crazy. They brought us to the top of what could be our range right now. Whatever, man. You want to ignore me because I called you out? Go ahead. I don't care. Such a childish attitude. Hey, Timmy, how you doing, man? Good morning, man. Guys, please be patient and stay focused, Dividend said. Good morning, Timmy. 75% on mental calls on a 40% entry. Open range breakout over the highlighted area of 454.02 exit was a new high of day at 455.40. Look at you go, David. You make me proud every time you type, I swear. Be more like David. David focuses on the levels. David focuses on taking trades that make sense to him. If David hesitates or misses out or wants to chase, he just waits and he mental trades. He tries to make sense of an opportunity he missed out on or couldn't get. He takes every bit of experience away from the chart as he can. What did I miss? Was with the patient who got called out. Oh, I'm not naming names. Took a 21% call. It's no one in here or in Discord. Y'all are fine. It's no one y'all know. Took a 21% Tesla call. Entered on the 3-minute after seeing the hammer on the 10-minute. Good job, Chuck. Out at the top of the 3-minute candle. 236.89. Wow. Look at that trade review. You could I could envision his trade. I didn't even pull the chart up. Great job, Chuck. Round of applause to you, man. Don't look anymore, Daffy. Don't look. Don't look anymore. To be honest, Daffy, I'm impressed with you because you made it to the top of this zone. So I wouldn't be surprised if you did leave runners that you could make it to 100, but it's just kind of risky to say, you know, because you've had this gap up candle, you've had multiple candles in a row rally. So even if it does go to this, you really can't beat yourself up. If anything, go in the opposite direction. Whenever a play does this to me, I try not to think about it like that because it's very negative on yourself. Think of it as, oh wow, it kept going and made it to my target, or made it to that next higher up psychological target, like 100, let's just say, for example. Let's say it goes to 100. Then I wouldn't see that as like, damn, I suck, I'm stupid, why didn't I hold a runner? You should really see it as like, damn, I might have taken profits, taken all my profits off the table, but damn, that kept going and it gave me a lot of room to get out of this chart. You know, if anything, it's giving you room for comfort, you know, room for error, if anything. So I see it as a great thing, you know. So what if it overshoots? You know, I see that as an amazing thing to your TA because it's not like, oh, Daffy called out this move from here to here. No, Daffy called out from here to up here, wherever it goes. He caught part of it, but he called the whole move. It's just nice to know, okay, my idea did work, my game plan worked. Okay. It's just nice to have that follow-up. But yeah, don't beat yourself up, Daffy, and try not to stare at it too much, because if it does rally more, it's going to eat you up a little bit. But be proud of yourself, too, dude. This isn't the only trade you took. Remember, you just took Nike as well. Another Nike rally. It's not his first one. You just took that SPY play with a lot of contracts, you know, and regardless of it being a 5-cent contract, it doesn't matter. You still put 20 contracts in. That's crazy. And so you've taken 3 amazing plays. Now, only one of them, 2 of them were open today. So 1 was open the other day, 2 today. You've still taken 3 trades today. That's an amazing day. I don't think anybody here can possibly touch how good your day was. I'm not talking about profit amount or percentages. It's the fact you had 3 amazing winners of a huge size, and 2, they make sense. You can go back. Anybody can go back to reason over risk right now. Go back over your TA and be like, okay, I see why he liked it. Makes sense to me. And yeah, Daffy, make sure to let me know when the next time is we can get you on a stream. Remember, I'm streaming full on Thursday and Friday, and then tomorrow's a normal stream. But I'd love to get you back in here. You're so zoomed in. No shit, there's chop there. I swear to God. This dude's hilarious. Can't complain, brother. I just need to grow more balls. I think we all do. I visualized the move on 3M played out perfectly. Nice. I liked it when you got in that day. I looked at that candle before it, and I was like, wow. I was like, if this pops a new high, this can keep going, because it already has like the push higher, the first reactive move. And what I was thinking about is like this. Like, in the base build setup, you'll have like, your drop or whatever, and then you get your first reactive move. This is the move you don't trust. But this move makes everything for you, because this is what stops more sellers from coming in, and it also causes hesitation for future bulls, because now they're like, well, crap, I missed out on some of it. People who miss it are going to also miss this one. And this is what creates the ultimate opportunity, is looking for this to hold that low. But this is kind of what Daffy's play did, though. It had this first maybe not this part, but it had this first reactive move, and then it came back down a little bit, and then it built one of the strongest bullish candlestick patterns you'll ever see, the bullish kicker. It had a bullish kicker into a soldier, multiple soldier patterns. So if anything, it's just screaming more bulls at you. But that's what I liked most about his play on MMM, at least, is it had that reactive move. Actually, Nike had that too, but he's kind of playing the continuation off of it for a day trade. But what I like about the MMM, though, is that it had that reactive move, came back down to that support in which it was looking to either break to move lower for bigger bears or hold and try to push back higher, and then it gave multiple bullish candlestick patterns, creating that bullish pressure, not just, actually, but visually. You could visually see the pressure building up, which again makes it a lot easier to not just get into the trade, but to trust the trade. I mean, King Carnage, you can use my streams for an example. I'm always zoomed out. When I'm on this chart, it's kind of hard to zoom out because I'm trying to look at 4 different charts, but even then, I'm not that zoomed in. Maybe this chart is. But that's because the information's slower, so no duh, it's going to be more zoomed in. I keep forgetting to zoom this chart. Good job, Zeke. Yep, just getting a slowdown reaction, pretty normal. You get the high, you get the lower high after the pump. Makes sense. The big focus is to see do they hold the return move, which would be this one. So if they can hold that little reversal here, then you can still look for more bulls. They can pop a new high. We need to not just see this high break. That's not the high we need to see pop. It's the 455.50s. That would be the level that you need to see break for more bulls. If you see this hold, bulls can keep momentum going over previous day close. If they break this and they break previous day close, well, we're most likely going back to today's open then. It's all about what's next. That's next, that's next, that's next, that's next. Just going in order. Alexis said, being pivotal, like you say, B, is helping me big time. We trade the charts and our opinions or expectations. I would have gotten smoked on puts at opening. 453.50 was the key level, 100%. How are your calls today, Alexis? Not your calls like longs. How are your delivery calls, I mean? How's all that going for you? Yo, who's Crims? Is Crims in the stream today? N1_Crims. Shout out to you, dude. He said, I've accumulated a ton of trading knowledge over the past 6 months that I've been trading, and I still always have marked up chart using the daily/weekly immersion candles and the 50% I learned early on from Buellers trading. They are algorithmic footprints. And then his chart's super clean. Is this trading view? Yeah, it is. Well, whoever you are, N1Crim, shout out to you, man. I'm glad that's working for you. Glad to see you putting the levels to work. All yours. I love telling people that because I hate when people are like, you learned that from me. You only got that because of me. It's like, oh, shit. I don't ever say that. Whenever my guys do something good, that's theirs. They work their ass off to get that moment. I don't give a shit where they got this system from and who they learned it from. You still have to be the one to apply the information. Not just to apply it, to learn it, to understand it, to trust it, to have confidence in it, and then to take that leap of faith on it, really. So it really is all credit to you guys. If you're putting the levels to work, the patterns to work, anything you've ever learned here or anywhere else to work, it's all credit to you. You're the reason you know it. You're the reason that you're trying to apply it and make sense of it. Give yourself a little bit of credit. A lot of you guys work your ass off, and then you get to these moments where you lose, and then all I see is you guys beat each other up, and it's like, what the hell? Give yourself some love sometimes, too. I don't ever see that enough in here. All I see is people beating each other up. I never see you guys picking each other up. I want to see that more. Take your time, First Light. I don't get it. There'll be people who sit in chat and ignore everything posted and cry and complain. Like, why are you even here? Just leave. You can be a positive person and focus, or a negative person and cry. Focus the levels and how we navigate them, the patterns with positioning, the staircase method, the 4 main entry points we use to navigate the levels. Any questions? Any comments? We're really just still seeing normal price action of a potential slowdown, really, just under 455.55 under the high of day. Still holding above the wick up here on the 5-minute. Haven't really lost anything or broken any structure. We're just building structure, if anything. And if you look at the daily chart, it makes perfect sense. Just kind of chilling in between the range. Oh, my bad, paper hands. I'll give you that YouTube access roll. God, stretching is so nice. Good call by Leland. He said SPY is working on a double 15-minute inside bar. Guys, you might have another powerful move coming soon as we are stuck inside of this candle right here. the high of this candle, the low of this candle. We're kind of up near the top of it, stuck inside of that candle. This candle's stuck inside of that candle. We just keep squeezing and squeezing and squeezing. And this is what an actual squeeze is. Don't let anybody give you that bullshit. A squeeze is when highs and lows are converging onto one point. This can be at any angle, at any direction, and none of that really matters. Because falling wedges do not always go up, and rising wedges do not always go down. So you shouldn't follow that crap anyway. But a squeeze is always going to be the converging of highs and lows. An apex. Two lines going into one, intersecting. That's how you get your squeeze. Now, I don't know if I draw those lines. If you want to draw them for a visual aid, that's one thing, but actually drawing them and focusing on them like it's a trade, that's another. We have a lot of nice consolidation built here. Other people might call it chop, but it's actually consolidation. Very nice range trading after the bullish move up. We went up and almost hit that main target. We were about 11 cents away on the dot. And then slowed down. We came down, held above 450, 450s, and now we're just kind of converging our highs and lows after that bullish breakout. Going to be looking to see if 455, 50s can pop, if they do move higher. If not, do they give us a break of structure? Again, that would be a break of this yellow line here. You can kind of see it on the 5-minute here, but where they actually have built up, pulled back down, and held ever since. So looking for a break of structure if that was to break, and then you can look for your lead test if that ever cracks. If not, then you should just be looking to the upside more. Miss any messages in chat? I see Kai's doing good on the 5-minute. Answered Benny, answered Kai. Did I miss anybody else? First Light, we got him. Zeke's doing good. Daffy's doing good. Leland's doing good. D-Touch is doing good. Alright, cool. Alright, looks like I got everybody on Discord answered for the most part. Wow. Look at the levels on Tesla, React. I didn't get to check it in time from premium, but this is what this looks like. My God, React. I wanted to go back to Spy, but then Tesla started moving more. It was kind of entertaining. It was like, oh, this is what this looks like. That's funny. Love the staircase method when you can keep your mind clear and follow the plan, dude, for real. It's not even like, I think too many people think of like my strategies as like, oh, he does this because they're the best. They're going to make him the most money. Like, no, there probably are better strategies out there. I'm not one to think like that. I'm pretty open-minded, actually. What I like about all of my strategies, the staircase method, the TA routine, all this stuff, is two words: structure and stability. These are two things most traders will never have, let alone ever see it. I think people see success and are like, oh my God, that guy is a genius. It's like, no, he has a plan in place. He's been doing the same thing for years. He knows what he's looking at because he's done it so many times. It has nothing to do with him being smart. I mean, yeah, he is smart because he built a system, blah, blah, blah. Like, I guess you could say that. But relatively, though, you're not looking at him because he's smart and because he's successful. He has structure. He has stability. That's the person you want to follow into battle. That's the type of trader you want to be, right? You want to have structure and stability, because anytime something goes bad or something goes to shit or just things get weird, you know, we range trade forever. We have, you know, just really weird price action or just something that just throws you off, something that makes you feel really weird, right? It's nice to always have something to fall back on, structure and stability. It's nice to have that plan ahead. So like in the staircase method, for example, let's say you take a trade and then you get in and then it does essentially originally go in your direction and then you kind of scale out, but then it goes against you. What do? That's something not a lot of traders know what to do. They would just keep holding until it either went back green or until they went red and it was 100% down. They don't have that in between, you know, plan or structure. You know, hey, do this next. They don't have that. And you would think most people think like that, but they don't. So that's what gives us our edge. What we have as an edge is structure and stability. This is something most people will never have. That is your edge. It's not even really price history. I know we grab price history, we focus on all these things, but really your edge when you're using this system from our community, it's structure and stability. These are all basic things we cover. What is a 40% entry? It's an open range breakout. What's an 80% entry? It's a retest. What's a buy the dip base build? It's a high or low. What's a lead test? It's a low or high. These are just terms. Good push though by Tesla. They do not look done. They want to keep going. Spy giving them that extra oomph. I'll go back to the single chart. This is kind of hard to look at after a little bit. I want to go back to the 5-minute. I'll go back to my bread and butter. Beautiful price action though. Got the supply, got the demand. We've held here, and we lost it a little bit this morning. Made it to the ultimate level, couldn't break the ultimate level, didn't make a new low of day. Higher lows ever since then. So if you guys ever want to practice something, and this is kind of what I just went over with in the trade floor too, with Benny. because he was looking at chop and range trading. So I was wanting to show him, like, go over this. It's just a little bit more positive for yourself. But I think this is something everybody should do. Like right now, you could do this on SPY. Oh, we broke under? Okay, bam, lower open. Bears are probably in control until they re-break today's open and get back over this, or until we see more flush, right? So we know bears are in control from there. They dump, they dump, they dump, they dump, they dump. They get to the ultimate level. Can't break, can't break, can't break. Build up. All right, so potential low. Bears are in control from open. We have a couple things noted. What happens up here? They react, they slow down, they build back up. Okay, potential higher low. We don't know that it is because it's just one hammer by itself, right? What do we see here? This is a true higher low because it actually gives us really good price action over multiple candles, not just one touch. So you get multiple pullbacks, you get multiple pick back up candles, and it retakes that zone. And guess what? Holding today's open. Beautiful job by bulls, and they even wicked it again while news was coming out 30 minutes before. Ended up getting a really nice pump. So, I mean, yeah, you could say the pump came out of nowhere, but the price action before that didn't, though. The price action before that was very clear on who had control. Has anybody not made sense of that yet? Does anybody need help with that? But essentially, something you can do for yourself is mark that stuff. Oh, bears were in control from open. Oh, this is our potential low of day. Oh, potential higher low. Definitely a higher low. Okay, we got the pump. Let's see if we can hold whatever. You know, what would we need to hold in this case? Well, from this to the slowdown of the pump, what can we hold? Oh, we're at the golden pocket and control point. Oh, great, nice. We're holding the midpoint of that rally. Nice, they're holding a higher low, higher low, higher low, building up higher. They broke a new high. Note this stuff. Mark it down. This is what's going to help you in the step-by-step process as you're reading through the levels and zones. Then you'll be ready to trade. Because then you'll have good knowledge of, all right, these are what the levels expect. This is what this is going to most likely do. You have parameters set. You're like a computer now. Good job, Zeke. See you later, Timmy. Be safe at work, man. We will miss you. React. Just saw what you said. He said AMD is up next. I hope so, man. I hope AMD gets some movement. I like seeing this thing do well. Plus, it retook the demand that it lost. No, AMD looks great. Higher low above the area it lost. Beautiful job by bulls to take control again. Chuck said, your comment on the staircase method is so true. For me, when I break away and fail apart on my trading, I go back to the basics. And that's the staircase, thanks to Mel's journey testimony. Exactly. That's exactly what it's for. It's like a legit fallback plan. You know, because too many times do I see traders, and you guys know this just as well as I. I am no more experienced in this field than you are. But you guys have seen this just as much as I have, where you'll see somebody struggle, you'll see them fail, and then you'll see them give up. That's the worst thing I've ever seen. It's the worst thing, because it also kind of messes with you a little bit. You're like, damn, that could be me one day. Like, damn, what if I gave up? What if I gave in to my weakness? What if I gave in to my fear and gave up? You know, it feels like shit, right? But how many times do you guys see somebody fall back and they're constantly like, oh, I got to reset. I got to restart my account. I got to restart my account. Show of hands, seriously. How many of you guys have seen that or have done it yourself? It sucks. It sucks going backwards to either restart your account or to restart yourself. Kind of a refresher. Like, all right, let me restart all my trades and try to get this going again. It's horrible. And that's why having this structure and stability is helpful, because now you're not just falling back and you're back at square one. No, when you fall back, you're just right back where you were. Because you're focused on, all right, staircase method. Let me get in. I'll take profit at the first target. I don't have enough money in my account to have multiple contracts, so I'm going to mental trade this second contract to this target. Oh, it didn't get to it. It came back. It hit my stop loss. All right, I'm mentally cutting that runner. I don't need to be in that runner anymore. So that was just a slightly positive trade. You need to be doing this every single day. Every single time you open a chart. You don't need to be going labeling. You don't need to be labeling things like, oh, this is chop, or this is rangy, or this is boring. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's very negative to do that to yourself. Somebody in chat did it today, and regardless of using these terms loosely, that's not what I'm talking about. It's the negativeness that it brings behind it. You need to focus on the system. You need to focus on what's in front of you, the routine, the structure and stability that gives you your edge over not just other traders, but the market itself, as well as control of yourself, because, you know, kind of sucks not having control of yourself, and then you just go throw a bunch of money into random trades and you lose it all. It sucks not having control of yourself. So keep control of yourself. That's really what we're talking about today. Keep control of yourself. It's not about today. It's not about tomorrow. It's about the full length of our journey. It's going to be impossible. Dumb question. Not a dumb question, Jefferson. But he said, where can I find the staircase method? YouTube or Discord? You can actually find it in both, but I'll just show you so you don't have to go searching around and stuff. Because there is a lot of stuff on the channel. I always tell people, if there's a video you can't find, just ask me. There's so much shit on the channel now, it's impossible to find. But I've been trying to go to the playlist here and go to here. Jefferson, I've been trying to put it in here so people have like an easier, quick look kind of playlist to go to. Because this has probably our best videos. But there's a 12.5 minute video on the staircase method from 2 months ago here. I believe this is a cut from the stream from that day. But you can check this out. I'll link it to you. I'll link it in the YouTube chat. But that is not a dumb question. That's a great question. If you ever have a question about where are my videos, it's never a dumb question. Because there's too many videos. It's hard to find this shit. So if you ever have to ask, just ask. Yes, start it from the beginning again. Oh, okay, he's saying start it from the beginning. And then somebody just said, Jefferson, they said you should also check out Mel's journey. Here it is. Growing as a seasoned trader featuring Mel and his trading journey. So if you want to go over that as well, it's only 7 minutes. Let's go, Zeke. 185%. That's what I like to see. All you needed was that little bit of a refresh, Zeke, like we talked. There's nothing wrong with you. You just need to get your footing back right. There was nothing ever wrong with you. You were always capable, and you will always be capable. Never take that away from yourself ever again, man. You're a very capable trader. Round of applause to Zeke, everybody. 185% on a call-out he did, all on his own. That's what I like to see. I like to see people either playing with us and focusing on what we're all talking about while they're learning, or both. Zeke is literally in here doing that while still taking his own trades. I love to see it, man. I never doubted you for a second. No problem, Jefferson. Thank you for checking it out. And thank you for asking. I know it can be a little weird to ask stuff sometimes, but just trust. It's not dumb. As long as you're being a positive person and you're looking to actually learn, nobody's ever going to bite you in here. I'll make sure of it. It's when you become a negative person or you just start making up shit or you start crying or you just, you know, all that stuff. That's like, it's not really helpful to anybody, including you. Like I said, if you're someone who's willing, you're someone who's working hard, I will go to war for you. It's when you become lazy and you complain and you have a negative mindset, that's when it's a little bit hard to support you because it's like, come on, man. It's not just about you. It's about everybody. Just got to consistent with following my rules. Exactly, Zeke. Let's talk about that. Don't get ahead of yourself. Limit yourself. What feels good? Following your system? I almost asked you a really bad question. I was going to say, or being a winner. Like, oh, no duh, being a winner. I want to be a winner. But you want to be a consistent trader in terms of following your rules. Not consistent in terms of, I only win. That doesn't make a good trader. Only winning doesn't make you a good trader. That just makes you rich because you keep winning. But you want to win with reasoning. So as long as it makes sense to you, Zeke, and you feel that, have like a checklist in front of you. You know, did I follow my plan? Yes. Did I make money? Yes. Did I do good? Yes. Okay, great. Then you followed your plan. Great. That's a great day. But if you have that checklist and you go, did I make money? Yes. Did I follow my plan? No, I kind of made shit up. Okay, then that's a bad day. You made dirty money, which is still okay because it's, you know, you made money. Can't complain. But everybody should do that. And Zeke is one of those guys. Zeke, is it okay for me to share some of this? Zeke was one of those guys where one of his main issues was getting ahead of himself. He's a very capable person, very capable. And I think this is one of my biggest issues too, is getting ahead of yourself. You know, knowing that you're capable, knowing that you can do the damage to the chart, that doesn't always mean that you're going to always win. There's going to be those moments where you kind of miss your step. You kind of mess up a little bit. You make a little bit of a mistake or you do something different that you don't normally do, right? And then it turns into other things. Okay, I'll lie to myself. I'll tell myself this still looks good. This still looks, it'll reverse. I know it will. I've seen this a million times. And then it doesn't. Then you're losing like 80%. It's like, what the fuck? I just went on like a 25 win streak and then I just lost 80%. What am I doing? You know, and that's what happens to most capable traders. And I feel like some of you guys are getting to this point. Zeke is one of these people. Again, thank you, Zeke, for letting me share this. I'm not sharing everything. Y'all don't get all that. But this was one of the main issues I liked to cover with him because it was a main issue. It still is a main issue for me. You know, knowing that you're capable, knowing that you're good at... In short, let me dumb it down. Knowing that you're good enough to make money in the market, but you become your own problem. It's not even the market's fault. It almost never is. So what if news came out? You shouldn't have been in that trade. The setup before that didn't make sense, and stuff like that kind of stacks up over time, and then you start to become like egotistical. You're like, wow, I never need to lose. I'm just gonna keep lying to myself. I'm never gonna lose this and that, and it gets to you because you're capable, you're smart, you can do it, but then you get in your own way, and it's like, why do I keep doing that? And it's literally just emotions. It's literally just overthinking. So if all you can do is just focus on, like I said, the edge that we all have, the structure and stability, doing the same thing over and over again. If you can focus on doing that and trying your best to not get ahead of yourself, whether it's using less money to just focus on making reasoning more, getting your good reasoning more, or over time just following a checklist, like I just said to Zeke, like doing that stuff over time is going to help you. There's no one simple trick for any problem any of you guys have. It's always going to be something you have to work out over time. You got to work the kinks out. It's never going to be, you just need to change this and you'll be fine. Like, no, there's never a solution that's that simple in the stock market. You really do have to focus on following something over time and slowly working the kinks out of your system, slowly working that mistake or slowly working that small issue you have out of your own system, out of you. But nothing is going to happen overnight. And that's all I really did to tell Zeke. That's all I did was reassure him. It's just something you have to work out more because he's very capable. He knows he can make amazing trades. It's not like he's doubting himself at all. There's no doubt there, right? It's almost like the opposite problem. It's almost like the opposite. So I don't know. I thought that was really cool, and hopefully that helps some other people in here as well because Zeke's not alone. I'm not alone. There's many of you in here who have amazing intuition. How many times in here do I go, guys, what's this? And then you guys answer me instantly. You're able to answer me instantly because you're smart. You understand what's in front of you. You understand what we're looking at. You have great intuition. Right? So all you gotta do is build on that over time. Don't rush yourself. It's always you versus yourself, never you versus the market. Preach. It is. Have a positive mindset. It's so true though. Like you're almost never getting outsmarted by somebody or the market. It's almost you outsmarting yourself because you're not sticking to what you're going over. Like let's say you planned, like right here, I love this because this is like a good fake out. So let's say you're like, you know what, I kind of like the higher lows here. I'm going to get in here. But I'm going to take profit here. And if I have runners, I'll take it here. And if I take profits here, I'll look for a 40% entry and I'll take profits here. So you have a couple plans going there, right? So this one works out. It goes into here. You take profits. Great. You're out of your play. Awesome. 10%, right? You get into this play. You leave your stop here because you're like, I like that it pushed over this emerging candle. I like that it pushed over it after multiple higher lows have built up. There's a small chance we can make it up to here, but I'm going to leave a tight stop because I understand that this isn't that far. So if I'm going to aim for this, then my stop needs to be very tight as well because that just risk reward. That doesn't make any sense. And then guess what? Breaks back under. So you're cutting it. And some people in this scenario are going to go, I'm going to hold it. I think it's going to come back up. If I can lose less on the retest, I'll do it. If I can get it to break this and come back up, I'll take my profits. People don't do that. People don't just cut it here or cut it while it's breaking here, right? Way up here where you should have been cutting it on the 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, whatever you're looking at. Cutting it before it actually gets down there, right? Seeing it break back under your level. So that's what you were supposed to do, right? Most people don't do that. Most people lie to themselves and go, you know what? It's probably going to come back up for a retest. I'll see if I can cut my losses smaller, and maybe if it gets back over that level, I'll hold. Maybe I can keep this going because it's still a higher low. But it broke your level. It broke the initial part of your plan. Yes, you liked the higher lows, but this was why you got in. So if it breaks this, that's why you should be getting out. Give yourself the reason for in and out. Don't just talk about, oh, what am I going to do with my profits? Don't just talk about the after. Don't just talk about the positive. Choppy brisket sandwiches. But yeah, that's my TED Talk for the day. If you guys, anybody in here have anything to add on to that? You guys know I love y'all's feedback. I hate just it being about me and me talking. I want to hear y'all's feedback too. I love getting y'all's info and just adding more info from y'all. Is there anything you guys could add on to that? I'm sure all of you can, relate to some things I've talked about here today because all of us have traded before. All of us have been through these mistakes where we get in our own way or we do something and we understand it's right and then we just don't stick to it. It's like, what the hell? Why didn't I just do what I planned? Like Chuck said, you're your own worst enemy. It really is you versus you. It just doesn't feel like that. It doesn't feel like that when you're on your own. You're in the middle of the journey. You're live trading. It doesn't feel like that. It really does feel like everything is against you. So you have to constantly remind yourself of that. It's you versus your system. It's you versus you. Ignore everything else. Love the SNR flippers. Good stuff, Chief. Mel takes 2 red trades today of 20% each, and I knew later I will get it and some. You're good, Zeke. I really wasn't looking for a response. I was really just happy to send that to you because I know we all take things differently. You know, maybe you got that and you're like, you know what? This will take me a couple weeks to actually get in and kind of think about more and more and more and accept. Or, you know, and you're busy too, life, work, all that stuff. So I really wasn't even looking for a response. I was just happy to reply to you. But if you have anything else on top of that, I'm happy to go over it. I realized yesterday that's my bad. Was very thankful for your help. No problem, Zeke. I really wasn't looking for it. No need to apologize. We're all a team here. Plus, I see you in the Discord, man. So I know you're not just ignoring me. I know you're active. I know you're working your ass off. I know you're working. I know you're doing things. So I know you're not just ignoring me. You're good, man. See, but that's what I'm talking about. Zeke hasn't even been here super long, right? I mean, he has been a little bit, I guess. But ask me a question, doesn't respond to me. Okay, I don't really give a fuck. But I see him in the chat. I see him in the server. I see him in the YouTube stream. I see him working through these things. I see that he's working his ass off. I don't need to go bother him anymore. I don't need to go to him and go, yo, did you pay attention to what I sent you? I don't need to. I see that he's doing it. I see that he's working. And that's what I want to see from each and every one of you. Posting in the post charts channel when you have time. You don't have to do it if you don't have time or if you don't need to post anything. It's okay. But on the days that you see something that you want to post or you feel the need to, do it. Post it in post chart channel. Post your review in the results channel of a mental trade even. Go over my levels that I posted for the day. Go over your own levels for the day. Something. Do anything but just sitting there and just saying, yeah, I'm getting better at trading. I watched that stream for about an hour. I think I'm doing good today. No, go and do it yourself. You need to apply some of this stuff on your own. And if you're not there yet, totally fine. Take your time. Don't rush. Be comfortable. That really is the most important thing in trading, is being comfortable. Too many times do I see people just uncomfortable and then they make these trades and it loses them a lot. And it's literally just because of their surrounding setting. You know, they're just not in a good spot. Oh, man, my voice is going out again. Anyhow, let's look at the dollar. Good update by Daffy. I forgot about that again. So today we were looking to see if 102.936 penetrates or not. We did. We got the break of it. Came back up. Made a new low. Got a retest. We have not seen that level since then. So remember, this is not an opposite. Because this goes down, that doesn't mean SPY goes up. But it does cause for that to happen a lot because the pressure they add on to each other. SPY going up does bring pressure on this going down. This going down does bring pressure on SPY going up a little bit. But they are not perfect opposites. Never say that. Never believe that. It's not true. But Daffy did bring up the fact, though, we did lose support and we have moved lower after losing support of that next area we had drawn from the eaves. We went over the supply and demand together that day, actually. But the eaves, we can see 102.90 is breaking. We're moving lower now. So adding some bullish pressure to the SPY chart a little bit. Giving bulls a little bit of extra push. Chuck said, I have a 15% gain on my account today. I was patient. I cut my loss at minus 10%. I didn't have fear of missing out. And I didn't overtrade those. Big takeaways, not that I'm just green for the day. Ooh, okay. So your big takeaway is that you were able to take a loss, adjust, refresh yourself, reset, and then catch the next trade. Following reasoning, being like a computer, you know, trading it to your system, trading it to your plan, how you planned it beforehand. Listening to the beforehand, Chuck. I love that. 15%, dude. Kick ass. I'm very proud of you. Mattio, welcome to the channel, man. Mattio B, site, welcome. Big Matt. So I'm closing my laptop and I will just listen to you guys in my ear while I do a few things around the house. Everybody have a great day. Best group ever. See you later, Chuck. Thank you again, man. I'm probably not far behind you. 4 out of 5 today. That one loser was a little hefty due to slippage, but ending the day green. Today's price action was great practice. I love that. That is a great way of putting things. Yeah, good job, Chuck. Good job, Taylor. Round of applause to both of you. And to Zeke. Everybody. Yeah, there's a third Matty up in here. Y'all are actually having legit competition. By the way, Matty Obese, welcome to the channel again. If you're new to the channel, click on the YouTube channel, go to the membership tab, and you'll have access to everything in there. If you have any questions or information you need to look for, all the perk stuff is in here you can look at. But yeah, tons of info in there for you. How many of you guys watched this video? The S&P sectors. I would definitely check that out if you haven't. It's a little long, a little lengthy, and I kind of go over the same thing just like 5 different times. But I went over the main sectors. I didn't just go over. And look, I even did little. I even organized it. Wow, look at me. Isn't that cool? But yeah, I go over like the weights of everything, the website you can go to read about it, what you can see on Thinkorswim if you're a Thinkorswim user, the chart, you know, how I like to chart things, all that stuff, and just how to look at it. But yeah, I would definitely check that out though. I was just kind of interested to see who all watched it. Oh, my bad. Yeah, I'll link it. It's a members only video, so you have to be a member to see it. So if anybody here who isn't a member in the stream and you click on this and it doesn't take you to it, because it's a members only video. Like I said, I am pretty much done uploading public videos for the most part on my channel. I really am just kind of focused on the private section of the channel now that pretty much everything out there is helpful. The whole system's out there. Been lurking for a while here. I like the vibe. What's up, Maddie? I like the lurkers, man. I actually have a lot of lurker type followers and people in our group. I don't mean like followers like they're all following me. Like, I don't mean it like that. Like followers of the pages. But we have a lot of lurkers, and I tell everyone every single time. That's exactly how I started out. I hated being the guy who talked, who liked being seen. I hated being seen. I loved to just go over things and make it make sense to myself. Now, it's like I'm at the point in my life where I'm like, well, it makes sense to me now, and I want to keep learning, but I also want to help others see it as well. And just kind of get into the system, because it's, again, just nice to have structure and stability. I don't believe I have the best system, but I do believe I have the most stable system, because it, again, gives you structure and stability. Plus, a lot of really cool people in here. We are almost at the November 22nd high of day. Good call out by David Q, which is the focus, because remember, guys, that's what that top zone is. All sectors are green. Good update by Daffy Buck. 1 out of 1 today by Matthew. He said, today, thanks to Daffy, wasn't going to take anything after missing the initial push. Going to call it here. Have a great day. Great job, Matthew, and I'm beyond happy for your gains. And thank you for... I'm happy you took the time to still thank Daffy, even though you took his play. It's also credit to you, too, man. Give yourself a little bit of credit. But thank you for also giving Daffy some recognition there. I appreciate that. Good morning, Ace. Did you wake up late, or did you... No, you probably went to work on the space station. That's right. And then they'll let you do the spacewalk, and now you can connect to the stream. I got you now. Yeah, Ace is an astronaut on the International Space Station, everybody. Yeah, that's right, Ace. I think you're out of this world. Entry, exit. Mm. Jeez, I just re-blew you back up. Alright, so let's do a little bit of review. So today's game plan. So I said spy game plan, or I'll just pull it up. I don't know why I'm trying to read this. I could just show everybody. Here we go. So spy game plan. Added everyone. Everything in range is risky, so go light if you do go range trade. If you do range trade, which is, again, this is the range between my two highlighted areas. So if you're trading like calls to go up or puts to go down, that's fine. But be light. Don't go into your normal size position. But I said buyers, a hold of 454s or 453.50s is the main focus today, which we did see a dip under 454. They held 453.50 to the cent, and they need to see those hold or break over 455.50s or 456.40s for more bulls. So we haven't gotten over the top level there, but we got up to everything. So we got up to the levels, and we've completed the range trade scenarios, but everything outside of that hasn't been touched yet. So just keep that in mind. We've really just done all the inside of the range stuff. Jesus. Daffy, I'm just going to type it. I gotta give him a different reaction. I gotta give him the Daff. No, I want to give the Daffy. But I want to give a different one. Like a unique one no one ever uses. Kawaii lettered laugh. Gamer punching his monitor and keyboard. Got Trump. Very nice. I'll do Plankton with the yes and the lick. I think he's doing that when he's looking for like the Krabby Patty formula or whatever. The formulae. There we go though. Man, I gotta like reread more. Sorry guys, I'm like switching between Discord and this. I'm trying to read everybody. I try to give everybody attention because I genuinely like giving you guys attention. We're also running a little bit more than I thought in the stream, but honestly, I'm just vibing. A lot of you guys are pretty chill too, so we're just kind of chilling now. Maddie Obese already, he said, I'm already up 6% today, so I have already shut it down for the day. Hit some coin and Boeing calls. Dude, kick ass. Those both did pretty good today. I didn't get to look at them too much, but I did see coin moving very well. Just going to wait until the end of the day to look at possible overnight swings. Awesome. If you ever have any and you want to post them in chat, you can. If you keep them to yourself, that's also cool. And do some reviews later on, that's also cool. But good looks. Maddie, can't wait to see what you end up with. Zeke said, runner got stopped out on that wick down. All good, though. In a good area to exit fully anyways. True. That's true. Can't really beat yourself up too much. You're at that part of the chart where it's like a new trader taking this is like, eh. You know, so you were already kind of at an advantage. I like what you did there. Dollar continues the downtrend. Good call up by Daffy. Possibly seeing more bullish pressure step into the equity market. Good job. Thanks for sharing. Appreciate it. That's me. Wait, what was you, Alexis? Did I read something? I'm sorry, I'm like late to reading y'all. Cool, cool. Just reading that again. Oh, that's right. I want my $2 as Chuck. Right? That can't be right. No, that is right. Good call outs by Misi and Daffy on the trade floor. They're posting both the dollar and SPY. Gotta give a really, really good TA. I posted a review if you want to check it out. I've been very lazy about reviewing my trades. Win or lose, going to put more effort into doing so. Hey, sometimes, man, it's hard to stay on it, you know? You'll have these, like, patches where, like, a couple weeks you do it, and then, like, it's like that one day you just, regardless of being good or bad, it's just like, oh, I'm out of energy. I don't need to post this again. I actually have a couple I need to catch up on. Oh, Dividend already talked about this one. Yeah, late entry. Decent exit. Beautiful entry. Decent exit. Entry. A little better than that one. But hit stop loss. Okay. Stuck to it. Calls. I like that spot a lot. A little bit of an early exit on both of these in my opinion. I feel like he didn't give them a chance like he did these. But I will give Dividend this. He's getting a lot better at entry though. I mean, every time he's posting these now, I see instantly what he's going for. Whereas like the first couple ones he posted when he first got in here, it felt like it was just like, But I actually kind of like these. Good review too, by the way, Dividend. Thank you for making that very easy to read. I mean, I can snap on and instantly see what you're looking at. It's very helpful. Getting mental reps in would have been nice, but I enjoy the process just as much. Mental / paper trade. This right here, leading by example. I'm going to pin this. Okay, well, I can't pin it, but let's delete something. Let's go back to the beginning. This is such an old play, dude. I'm leaving that one forever. I'll never forget how amazing that was. Here's the original Chuck. Some really cool messages in here by members. You can see I really don't focus on like me or my guys. I really do focus on like the members. All right, username. You have way too many in here. That one's active trader. Getting rid of that one. Sorry. You still have like 50 more. But I want to pin this one because it's leading by example. Aw. He didn't give himself the right stop. I see what he says thereby. No true invalidation, simple mistake. It's a funny one to laugh at, though. Good energy, peoples. Not just crying about it, complaining, bitching, moaning. I'm really happy to see you laughing that off, really. Good job. That is a true trader right there. Faster trade than I expected. Oh, this is the one they called out together. He did good on that one. Great day, one tiny L that didn't quite hit my target, reversed, and I stopped at around break even. Stuck to my plan even if I gave up gains. Next was Daffy's Nike play, no further info needed, refer to reason over risk, and then my own Amazon call, which was based off of a cup and handle formation around 146.40, and I took profit at 147.40, high of day. Proud of how relaxed I felt during these trades. That right there. I'm such a hype up man, I swear. Tesla for 70% for my phone, so that's like 300% if I was Leland. That's funny. Had a double bottom recovery going. I was planning to hold for the 242 area, so I knew this wasn't a scalp. I also got in later than usual, but I wanted to wait for a 5-minute hold off current day open. I love reading usernames reviews. Didn't have the volume I wanted, so I knew there was more risk in this and was ready to take the hit if we continued to range/consolidate. Confirmation of a larger move was getting volume as we broke over previous day high and pushed through our earlier high of day right up to my take profit area. I closed it just before my take profit area. At least on my phone it looked like it. One and done for today. That is an amazing trade, dude. So you got over current day open 40. See, this is what sometimes you'll hear me call a 40% entry. Sometimes you'll hear me call it like a 60% entry, because it's like both. It is an open range breakout, but what did it do before? Can anybody help me with this one? Why is this a little bit better than a 40% entry? Can anybody tell me? It's essentially what I'm asking. Change it, Zeke. I love to hear it, man. And I'll be here to read them all, man. I'll be here to read them all. OG Chuck been all right. Yeah, he's actually been doing great. He like has fun dancing and hunting gators and stuff. He's like the manliest man you could think of. Yeah, Chuck's doing great. At least I hope he still is. I saw that recently, but he looks like he's kicking life's ass still. So, yeah, shout out to Chuck. OG Chuck, the other Chuck. Nice drop. Retest validated the move to the upside. Exactly. The retest validated the move to the upside. It didn't just flush through. It held its flush through move. It flushed through, held the move, didn't make a new low, and then got back over. So it's a little bit better than just your average 40% entry. And that's sometimes why you'll see me lazily call it a 60% entry, because it's different. It's not like a retest, but it's in between a retest and an open range breakout. So it does have a little bit more confidence than your what was I gonna say? I was trying to read the next one now. Save, nice. Spirit Airlines. I like seeing different tickers pop up. Nice. He's got his zones draw. Oh, you have the zone thing on. Good job, Caleb. Missed my entry on the symmetrical triangle. Watched the 40%. Entered on the 80%. Sold into momentum at halfway fib between $14, the previous day high, and $14.76 level. The 50%. Volatility was high and spread was gross, but setup was there. So you had your other variables and parameters messing with you, but it looks like your trade overall, though, was perfect. Pointed out the 40% entry, pointed out the fact that it held it with an inside candle, pushed over, failed to break his stop loss, ended up pushing through his next level. Great job and great review of the TA in front of you. And Zeke, I'm finally at your review, man. Sorry for taking forever. I'm finally here. All right, let's see what you said here. Spy calls review. Stop loss was low of day. All right, that makes it easy. We get that. So let's see what we see here. Entry on important pre-market area retest, VWAP retest, plus a 3-minute bull flag with declining volume. Guys, all right, I want to break this down because this is something I go over all the time. Why did he label it like this? Does anybody know why? Why did he break it down like this? Why is he labeling multiple things? Right? Are we not just trading off one thing? Who can help me out here? Why is he labeling multiple things? What is the reasoning of this? Why? Why is Zeke doing this? Misses posts and views. LOL. Yeah, he was pretty cool. No problem, Caleb. I always love seeing you pop up, man. You've been here for a while, too. Confirmations. Exactly, Daffy. This is exactly why Zeke is doing that, because he's not looking for just one thing to push him into the trade. That would just be, it'd be like, meh. Wouldn't be that crazy, right? But if you see multiple things pushing you into the trade, that is essentially why you're entering, is because you have multiple things pushing you in, multiple things confirming at the same time to give you not just the confirmation, but also the confidence to take and hold that trade. So I like that a lot. Giving him multiple reasons. Scaled out into pre-market high. Beautiful job. It's the first take profit spot. You cannot ignore the pre-market high. That's the first initial range that we're stuck in, besides the previous day close and previous day high. So what does he get after that? Second scale into previous high from yesterday. Oh my gosh, perfect. Third and final scale out was runners into the 365 area. So is this a previous day level? No, it's a bigger time frame level he has set outside of everything we have on our smaller time frames. So if it makes it past of our smaller time frame levels, this needs to be seen. This needs to be focused on. This needs to be utilized, not ignored. What did he do? He scaled out his final runner into the 356 area and was out with full profits. This right here, guys, is the perfect explanation of the staircase method. Getting in with multiple reasonings and getting out step by step with also just as much reasoning. Understanding, okay, I'm taking profit at pre-market high. Oh, I'm taking profit at previous day high. Oh, I'm taking profit at this bigger, large time frame area, blah, blah, blah. Whatever your reason is. But label that stuff. Exactly what Taylor and Daffy said. Confirmation, additional confirmation / justification, reasons to get in. But beautiful job, Zeke. If I could delete a trade review, I would pin this. I think there's just too many good ones, though. What is this? Oh, this was Leland's like 1200% trade. Never mind, that's not getting deleted. I was like, I'm going to delete that. It's just one message. That's a good one. Look at Deep posting his own video. Back-to-back funded accounts. Good job, Marente. Oh, Mel's 2,000%. There's really not a whole lot I can delete on here, is there? DX Mac, that's a good scale-out trade, too. I can see it without even reading words. Michelob. Michelob Ultra. It's crazy. You could just go through these pinned messages and you'll read some of the craziest trade reviews with amazing amounts of reasoning. Okay, well, I don't know what else I can delete, Zeke, so I guess I can't pin your message. I'm trying to look for like a weak post, but there's like literally none. I think I've gotten past all the weak posts now. Yeah, damn. Alright, yeah, sorry about that. Oh, man. A lot of trade reviews. Yes, confluence level, more probability. Exactly, First Light. I like how you're thinking, man. More probability. You're stacking probability in your favor. It's like gambling in a way. You stack the odds in your favor. Now, I'm not saying you should treat this like gambling, but it is essentially the same thing because you are looking for multiple things to point you in the right direction. Now, are you ever going to be 100% confident or right? No, you will never be. This is why we stack the chips in our favor, stack the probability in our favor, and then we get in. And then we stick to whatever we planned. Oh, if it breaks this, I'm out. If it hit this, I take profit. Good answer, though, First Light. I'd love to see it. Stretching is amazing. Man, guys, it's already past 11. I didn't even notice. How's everyone doing in here so far? Doing well. Love to see you, Daffy. Did you ever go see when I can have you on my next stream? I need my Daffy schedule. Daffy's like, I can't. My wife won't let me, dude. Maybe tomorrow? Alright. Well, if we don't do it tomorrow, because I'm doing a full on Thursday and Friday. If you could do Thursday or Friday, that would be good. If not, then we'll just plan one for next week. I gotta get my boy Daffy Buck in here, though. Call me now. I don't want to bring you in now because I'm not going to be here that long. I'm about to end it soon. I meant like for a future one so I can bring you in for a long amount of time. He said, call me now. Get me in there now. You know what that reminded me of? Do you know the meme Daffy is like, let me shake your hand. I just want to shake his hand. I gotta get that meme now. Yeah, here it is. I want to shake your hand. This is how I see Daffy. Oh, wait. Oh, I missed the best part, damn it. I just want to shake his hand. This guy right here is like, what the F am I dealing with right now? Like, this guy right here is like, is this a grown child? It's like, there's no way I'm actually taking this man off the plane for trying to shake someone's hand. He's like, I'm telling the boys about this at the bar later. Is that it? That was the whole meme? Alright, whatever. Whose hand was he dying to shake? I have no context of this meme, bro. You could have told me that was Barack Obama on that plan that he was trying to shake hands with, and I'd have no idea. You'd think he was trying to shake Elvis Presley's hand back from the dead. Like, I don't... Bro is dying to shake somebody's hand. I read somewhere that it was a military vet. Oh, that would make so much sense, actually, it being a military vet. Just some dude trying to show her some respect and ends up turning into a really bad situation. That's an important piece of info. That's unfortunate. I almost bet Taylor's right, the military vet thing. That sounds a little bit more logical. Because it ain't going to be Barack Obama, like I was jokingly saying. Bro, don't fly planes next to us. Okay, that's pretty interesting. But yeah, that's what I thought of when Daffy was like, call me now. I just want to shake your hand. Well, we're going to get all my boys in here over time. Daffy, Leland, Zeke, we can get you in here one day too. That'd be cool. D-Touch, I want to get D-Touch in here a lot of times too. I love D-Touch. I'd take a bullet for that man when he becomes president. No satire. Taylor said, very clear drop-based drop plays on the 1 minute from high of day to previous day high. I'll repeat that again. Very clear drop-based drop plays on the 1 minute from high of day to previous day high. Bitcoin 38K test, are you joking? Damn. All right, before I get off here, are there any bigger time frame charts I need to look at? Does anybody have anything I need to look at? We good to go. Giving everybody a fair chance before I get out of here. DE. I knew somebody was going to tell me to look at DE. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I just knew it. She ain't looking too purty. So I think the thing I'm waiting for personally is to see, do they go down to this demand or what? Because they're ugly as hell right now. I wish it was range trading. This isn't even range trading. This is just, it's like it's feeling for where can it settle naturally after its earnings report. So personally, I'm waiting on this one, but it probably will just keep dropping down to like 349. I would say at least 350 is a big target for me if this does continue to cascade, because there's nothing on this chart saying this is going back up yet. Which I'm probably the biggest bull on John Deere, but even me saying this right now, I believe this will cascade a little bit further more. I don't even know if y'all are you still in your puts? She's in a channel. Okay. Oh yeah, y'all are in the puts. Yeah, see, I wasn't even meaning that because y'all were in puts. I literally just think it's gonna come down because I look at this chart so much, man. It's a quick look kind of thing. Like, it looks like it wants to cascade and then maybe build some base, and then I would probably be looking for some calls or longs. John Deere's an amazing chart, though, if anybody who likes to swing trade. It's an amazing chart. Costco's a great one. Nike's a great one. Netflix can be a great one. It's just kind of a pain in the ass. But essentially, what you're looking for here... Oh, I already have it drawn. Perfect. But that's what you're looking for. Supply, you want to see a slowdown. If we can get any kind of bearish candle here, you can get some puts. If not, though, really nothing to go off of there yet. That could be consolidation to make it gap up $10. So, I don't know if I jump into puts super early on that one. Poots. But guys, thank you again for a long stream. I wasn't even supposed to go this long. We had about almost an hour over, but y'all were just so entertaining today, and we had a lot of awesome messages and conversations and updates, and the market moved really well today. I feel like a lot of people are going to disagree with me on that, but that's because they have their head in their ass. They're just focused on, like, the 1 minute chart. It's like, bro, zoom out. We've got amazing movement today. Like, yeah, there is a range here, but there's moves going up, there's moves going down, there's large moves going up and down between these two areas very accurately, and using some of our outer lying levels too, like 450, 350. So I really can't sit here and be like, guys, it hasn't really been moving that way. It has been. We've gotten amazing movement the past couple days. It just hasn't left the range, so it's throwing a lot of people off. But guys, you are still bullish holding on these zones. If you go over to our bigger time frame level, I'm going to say it again. I'm going to double down. You are still bullish. We have nothing that says start shorting yet. This is exactly what I went over yesterday, but there's nothing here that says start to short yet. Yeah, we got a bearish kicker. Yeah, we hit supply, but we didn't exit anything. We just hit it. We've reacted to it. We haven't broken anything, right? So if anything, bulls are still in control until proven otherwise. This could go hit 457.40, 460, 462 over the next couple days for all we know. If not, and this is the slowdown, tomorrow you want to see a lower open and an inside candle. Then you want to see that inside candle followed by a break lower if you are a bear. If this continues to consolidate and builds up higher, we're hitting 460s. But thank you guys again for the breakdown on everything. Leland said, ranges like this are the best if you are just patient and wait for the extremes of the range to be tested and held. Great call out. 1 minute chart was pretty clear overall too. Just going back. That's okay, Leland. Sorry, I was about to end it. I was streaming a little too long, but I'm happy to end it here. A lot of really good updates by me. A lot of really good updates by Daffy, Leland, D-Touch, a lot of the members within the group. I can't even name you all because there's just so many, but so many of you. Taylor, Zeke, username, anybody else who I mentioned from the post charts channel, great job. I want to continue seeing you guys lead by example. I also want to see other people in here follow that example. I want to see more of you guys in that post charts channel talking about your before plan, the deering, taking mental reps, and then afterwards reviewing what happened, telling the story of the chart, telling the facts of the chart, and talking about different possibilities that could have been taken. But guys, I'll see you later on. Again, thank you for an amazing Tuesday stream. We weren't even supposed to go this long, but thank you again for everything. Thank you guys for the likes, everything, signing up, donate, whatever you did. I appreciate each and every bit of it. Tune into the Discord if you want to get more updates, and tune into just more conversation with other traders within the community. But I'll see you guys later on. Love you all.